As a YouTuber, the most primary question you need to answer is whether your channel is a hobby or a business. Seriously, long term, you can't do both. And in this video, I'm gonna help you decide by breaking down the 3 biggest distinctions between a business and a hobby. Welcome to Creator People, I'm Brandon, and the first important distinction you need to understand between a business and a hobby is the level of commitment. See, a hobby is something you can pick up or put down. I like to play video games, but I'm a dad, and I have a business to run, and I'm a husband, and those things take time. Now, I could pick up that video game or put it down when I want to, but that's because it's a hobby. But if that video game were my business, if I were a streamer, for instance, that video game would be connected to my money. So whether or not I wanted to play a certain game, I would need to if that's what my audience wanted. I would need to be committed to it. My wife does ultrasound. She's committed to going in there and doing her job at the hospital every shift she has because that's her business. And if she didn't, the money wouldn't come and she'd have a lot of very frustrated patients. It's the same with YouTube. Pick it up, put it down, fine. If it's your hobby, you can do that, but your expectations are gonna be different. When it's something you're committed to, you can set expectations of growth and income and success, but you actually have to commit and follow through even when you don't feel like it. You just have to accept the consequences of whichever of those you choose. Another way to decide whether it's your business or your hobby is what it is you choose to focus on, your niche, your target audience. See, with a hobby, you can pick whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Let's say you have a cooking hobby. I love to cook a lot. If it's a hobby, I can choose to cook whatever I want. Let's say I love to cook liver. I don't want to cook liver. Do any of you actually like liver? Let me know in the comments down below. But if you're a chef or a restaurant owner, you don't just get to cook whatever you want. You've got to cook what the market demands. And if you love cooking liver, but the people want steak, guess what? No liver for you. You're making steak. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. It's a pretty nuanced topic. I'll be making more content on that, so make sure you're subscribed and you click the bell so you don't miss it when it comes out. But it's absolutely necessary to understand what your audience wants so that YouTube can find the right audience for you. You're typically not going to go to a restaurant that cooks burgers one day, pizza the next day, sushi the next. You're going to get 3 different crowds, but never any consistency. But the thing you want, if you're going to treat this like a business, is consistency and growth of traffic. And that comes from specializing. And not to make this all about money, but a really important distinction for you if you're trying to figure out if your channel is a business or a hobby is whether it's a financial investment or financial liability. See, hobbies are financial liabilities. That means you put money into them and don't expect to get anything back out of them. And that's okay. It's something you're spending money on. I love woodworking as a hobby, and I spend money on tools and wood and hardware and paint and stain and all the things. But I don't expect to get money back. It's something I do for the love of it. It's my hobby, and I'm okay with it being a financial liability. I don't expect money, and guys, this is important, I don't expect that money I spend to gain me a following either. See, hobbies aren't about external growth from financial investment. They're about internal investment and internal growth. And you don't expect to grow a following from it. But businesses, on the other hand, are financial investments. An investment is a thing where you put money into it with the intention, the expectation, the goal of getting something back out of it. Businesses are about external growth and influence. And for that reason, you actually plan to put money into it. With a hobby, it doesn't matter. Put what you want to, don't put what you want to. It's okay. With business, though, sometimes it's true you have to spend money to make money, whether that's buying your first camera or a light or a microphone. For some of you, it might be investing in one-on-one coaching, which is something I provide, and you can actually get a free consult by going to creatorpeople.com or clicking the link below. But what if you're just getting started and you're thinking, yeah, this is going to be a business for me because I want to build a following out of it. I'd like to make some money out of it, but where do you start investing what little you've got to invest? Well, I actually just made a video sharing what I would invest in for under $100 if I were starting a YouTube channel today, getting a basic tripod, mic, lights, everything you need to get started. So after you hit subscribe, go ahead and click here to watch that.